168. Here we are again, hanging out at the house, rental house. There was a lot of discussion going on today because of the video I did last night concerning my agent. So, I'm going to cover a couple things. I've been asked several times, people will be like, hey, I have a State Farm, should I drop them? Well, yeah, that's my suggestion. But in reality, I don't know. We've had them for several years, and we had a few things that came up over the years that were handled quite well. I'll give them that. One of the more bizarre ones was our neighbor ran into our kid with her truck. It was an inconvenient meeting of handlebar versus whatever in the hell she drove. Put a big old scratch on the door of her truck, and she actually turned it into her homeowner's insurance. It was like $1,000 damage to her car. So my son went to the emergency room, and I would have never imagined, never in a million years, turning this lady into the frickin' insurance to cover our emergency bills or the emergency room visit and stuff. But whatever, that's all whatever. They were great on it. Like, we barely even knew what was even going on, and they're just like, "Meh, we'll take care of it." So neighbor lady hits our kid with her truck, and she gets $1,000 off of our homeowner's insurance. It wasn't that big of a deal, really. It was kind of annoying. We had several instances where there was just minor things. I had a rock chip in my truck, and I called them up, and they're like, "Yeah, take care of it." I got a new windshield in my truck for nothing. Didn't cost me a penny. It was great. So there was many reasons why we stuck with State Farm over the years. And I gotta admit that when we came into this whole situation, we just looked at it as if it was going to be just another one of those things where we knew how we had been handled previously and how all the instances that we needed the insurance before were handled quite well. We were really optimistic about it. We would have never imagined that we were going to be in this position. Though that's that, you know. It seemed like at first that this claim was, you know, steam. We'll take care of it. Once they started digging into it, it got really, really big, and I think everybody kind of throttled back. Because originally it happened on January, I wish. June 2nd, 1st or 2nd, okay? So we wake up to boiled sewage dripping off the ceiling. And they sent this one lady out, and I don't remember what the hell her name was. But she was an adjuster, and she was from Bemidji area or something like that. So she went and did the whole estimate on the damages of the house and everything, but then she was removed from the case. And we never knew why. It was really good communication at first. She was really gung-ho. She's going to fix everything. We're just going to be just fine. We believed her. That's fine. That's the way the people from SurfPro were too. They were feeding us all this stuff. We're going to do this, we're going to do that. They had this big long list of stuff that they knew had to be done. A lot of it never happened. But it was nice talk. Thanks. So when that lady was removed from the original estimate deal that State Farm had put together, she's the one that did it. I never saw it. I was told that she was removed from the file because she was being too generous. I don't know if that's true. I hope not. But then after everything was all said and done, her estimate did come up a couple of times, and her initial estimate was quite big. Our first estimate that we got from the current adjuster was almost half what she drew up originally. So for the first few weeks, the first week, everything went great. We thought this is going to be just fine. We're going to be fine. We're going to be taken care of. Then all of a sudden, people aren't calling us back, and then all of a sudden, the adjuster's not there. Then they give us some adjuster that was down in like Illinois or some shit like that, and it's like, how is this supposed to happen? And in the meantime, I had never heard a peep, basically, from my agent. I don't know what kind of power or influence or anything like that an agent has. I'm sure it's pretty minimal on a case this big. Maybe if you hit a deer with your car or something like that, an agent could be a lot more hands-on or whatever. But when it comes into something that this big, they have certain specific people that they have to handle these big cases, period. They have the authority to write large sums of money and stuff like that under their own discretion even, and that's the guy that's on the case now. And he's been with State Farm for almost 20 years. He graduated as an accountant from Iowa State University or some shit like that. I don't know what accounting has anything to do with estimating and stuff. Maybe he's just fucking winging it. But he's been with them for a long time, so you would think with his credentials and everything that he was really good and really proficient in what he does. And he is. You know what he does? He saves State Farm money. Doesn't save me any headaches. No, he's not over here patting me on the back, rubbing my leg, telling me I'm a good guy. I'd like that. But he doesn't. So, I don't know if I covered anything that is just very specific for anybody or whatever, but that is all the information I have right now. This video is 6 minutes long, and I am done. See you all tomorrow.